The howls to the west have gone silent. This seems to awaken something in our young pack leader, urging her to forego food and sleep and the basic tenets of the wolf family. It is the overwhelming need to conquer the more fertile lands that the West once held so covetously that seems to drive her now. Hello and welcome back to Journey Saga here. My name is Frosty and today I'm picking up at the rendezvous site with our little puppies. And I'll be a little honest, I can't really give a good idea about what has just happened because it's been a hot second since I last recorded and edited everything. I know that we went to the rendezvous site. It looks like our territory actually isn't too bad. And we currently have 4 pups of the year, all around 17-ish pounds on average, I'd say. We're kind of tired. We're not too bad on food, though. So, I think we're okay to just kind of chill. I want to get my wakefulness back up to 100% and just kind of hang out with the pups for a little bit, I think. But yeah. I've been pretty busy with finals right now, so this may not be the longest episode ever. I apologize for that, but in the good news, with summer coming up, uploads should be a lot more regular, more like 1 to 2 weeks instead of 2 to 3. And we can also possibly actually go back to having more regular streams, and I do want to dabble in shorts and actually do the artwork that I said I was going to do. So please look out for all of that. And hopefully Clan Gen should also be returning as well here soon. But let's go ahead and play with our pack. I actually really like these flowers. I don't feel like I remember them being there before. It's a very welcome addition. Look at the pups. Ooh, you cut me off. Who is that? That was Voyager. Voyager is going to be a good hunter, I think. Okay. I think I'll just kind of hang out a little bit here. This is kind of the chillest part of here, so I'll probably show a few little clips here and there, and then we'll sleep. I don't want to lose too much wakefulness because I need to maintain this monstrosity. But since I don't remember the last time we did it, let's go ahead and do a quick pup cam too. So up first here we have Destiny, who I believe is our biggest pup now. Oh no, she's in the middle of the road. Growing well into herself, I think. Maybe getting a little bit too far away now. And here's Curiosity, playing with Jasna. Well in hand, but also a little bit further away than I might have liked. And then here's Hunt, our runt, who is definitely growing on us. I do remember that. He is certainly not letting it get him down. He is probably the boldest pup that we have. Is he also our... Yeah, he's also our only male at this point. Oh, and Destiny is following him with the stick. And then last but not least, we have Voyager, who I remember as being a lot lighter than she is now. She's definitely growing into her browns. Just staring at her dad for attention? Something, I'm not really sure. It's not working, I think. It looks like we did have enough to give the pups food, which is good. Our wakefulness is back. We're moderately hungry. Nothing too bad. So I think I'm not going to waste any time here. Really hoping this cougar doesn't actually attack. And I think I'm going to set out, on my own at least, for now. And I'm going to mark up some territory. We'll see if anyone wants to come with me. I see actually a fair few following along. This is probably going to be very long and very boring, so I'll catch up with you guys whenever something interesting happens. We have an elk mother here, but just look at the sunrise over the mountains. That's such an interesting view there. Oh yeah, there we go. There's a money shot. That's probably gonna be the thumbnail there. That's a good one. Oh, to be a wolf in Yellowstone and to see sights like that. Alright. Okay, I just chased away a cougar because we're coming up on the den site here. And I really did not want that cougar to be looking at our pups like their snack. Now, as you guys can see, unsurprisingly here, my weakness is 0, as it always, I guess we don't have to worry about eagles, as it always seems to be whenever I go out on a hunting mission. But I did manage to find quite a few little calves while we were out. So for the most part, everybody is pretty full up. Syl and Shallon did not join us, so they're the only ones that didn't get anything at all. Even I got a little bit of food, and we currently do have a calf. Just to update you on what I did on the map, I just came up here and then kind of looped back down. I'm gonna save this, I guess this would be eastern section and southeastern sections for another day. I'm trying to be a little bit more modest with my territory marking missions to mix effects there. But something I will say I've noted about hunting calves on Hellroaring, if it's something that you've always kind of struggled to do on any of the other maps, be that Slough Creek or Lost River, I actually feel like I'd recommend you come to Hellroaring to get that practice if you do have the DLC. Just because, like what I was noting with the pups when we were moving them over, there genuinely just aren't that many grass patches, period. So if you hear the mother music, and of course you do have to have the music on to do this, if you hear that, and then you like look around, chances are there's only 1, maybe 2 grass patches in range, and you can just kind of skate over and grab it real quick. So it's actually not that bad hunting the calves here. It did slow me down a fair bit, but honestly the main reason for that was because the others were constantly fighting over who got it. Where are these coyotes? Oh, I think they got them. Okay. Yay for my minions. Doing the thing. Oh, and someone brought back a hare carcass too. It definitely looks like that calf I brought back for the pups did not last very long. But hopefully that means that somebody has enough food in their bellies to properly make sure the pups are being fed. Yeah, it looks like they're getting full up, but we will need to hunt again. Oh? Did, like, everybody die? Oh! Interesting. Okay. Editing Frosty here because I don't always articulate my thoughts out loud very well. I notice here that the map is actually pretty faded for both of the other packs, the purple and the maroon one here, which normally you don't really see until the entire pack is deceased or somehow disbanded. So at this particular juncture, I am noticing that all of the hexes are really faded, which is pretty unusual. And so then I go to check in on the status of the pack to see who is alive and who is not, and who's dispersed and who is not. And it turns out that both packs happen to disband at like the exact same time. So I guess all of that territory up there is now ours for the taking. So the question is, do I defend what we have, or do I aggressively expand while there's nobody to stop me? I think in either case, I'm gonna quick snooze. And then we're gonna run for that. I think I'm gonna leave our territory to disperse. I can always get that back from geode later. We can expand across like 3/4 of the map now though. So I think we take that opportunity. And I can't feed the pups, so I'm just gonna woof them. We actually don't have that many rivals right now either. And I'm gonna go a little crazy here before Geode one-ups me. And I guess I'll show off what I got at the end of it. I'm gonna kind of come over here to cut them off first, I think, and then loop back up. I'm not getting all of this. I don't think there's any way I get all of this. Okay, we're faced with an unfortunate choice here. We can either go face that challenge, or we can continue to claim this. While I'd really like to defend what we have, I see we can seek to gain double that amount of space down here. And I would be really surprised if Geo did take all of this anyway. So I'm gonna leave it be and shore up the north here. And we'll see what actually ends up happening. I think they might actually be in this hex, which is even better because I don't think they're gonna intrude that far into here. If it was here, I think they would take everything, but here, I don't think they will. So I'm right here. And this is a really cool den. I do not know what kind of tree this is supposed to be, but I think that could be an interesting prospective one in the future. Again, just right here, kind of on the border of those two hexes. Well, this is a pretty good find. It's a bull bison carcass. Unfortunately, we're pretty far away from things, so I don't know how helpful this is gonna be. But we can at least top up our bellies, at least for those of us who are out. Okay, the pups are hungry. No one else went out to hunt. It was just us three that went out to claim all the territory. So I am going to briefly stop by there. Maybe I can bring back a fawn or something, I don't know. And top off the pups, and then I'm gonna continue marking. Geode's like territory intrusion thing, that is done now. So I only think they took 1 or 2 hexes, which is nothing compared to what we ultimately got. So I think we made the right choice in investing in marking up the abandoned territory. The map is looking quite interesting right now, but I'm not going to show you guys just yet until I marked everything I wanted to. And then I will come back and show you what we did. After that, honestly, I'm probably going to have to end the episode pretty quickly, just because this has been a much longer endeavor than I intended this episode to be. So, being pressed for time with everything else I have going on, I am going to have to cut it after that. So again, I apologize that this is probably going to be pretty short. Ann River is screaming at me. Yeah. It's not time for you to eat yet. Oh, she did not like that. Been just there. River knocked over my microphone. Everything froze. It was not good. But I think we're still recording. I think we're still good. Get out of here, Coyote. So we're almost back to den site. I'm gonna top off everybody and get some of this affinity back as well. And then we should be good to head back out. Hi, puppies. I'm sure you're so hungry. Not you. You're not a puppy. You can scream all you want. You're not a puppy. So you don't get your belly filled. It's not time. So just for like a little bit of insight here, I usually do ask River the magical phrase, "Are you?" and then that H word whenever I do feed her. So I think she now sees that H word as a keyword for getting stuff, even though it's not time yet. So, whoopsies. Sorry if that's what set you off, girly. But yeah, you can see that the pups were actually getting so hungry that they were losing health, so I felt obligated to come back. And we also did get affinity up. Okay, everyone else is eating. You guys have fun. I still have some stuff I gotta do, but I'll be back shortly. The howls to the west have gone silent. This seems to awaken something in our young pack leader, urging her to forego food and sleep and the basic tenets of the wolf family. It is the overwhelming need to conquer the more fertile lands that the West once held so covetously that seems to drive her now. Okay, we're almost back, I think. Not quite sure, but I think we're almost back. And it's just currently me and one of the subordinates. I forget if he's a yearling or not. It's Rennerin. But we just tidied up that last little bit I wanted to claim. We are very tired, and I'm sure that the others are quite hungry, so we are definitely going to have to hunt or take a group trip up to the bison once we do wake up, but for now I'm definitely content to just kind of get back and sleep and then, you know, see what may. And here we actually are. Hello everybody. I do kind of want to top up the pups, so I'm only going to regurge once because I just don't fully trust that I'm going to have enough later otherwise. But now for the grand reveal. Dun 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 dun! I was correct. I did not claim everything. I just claimed most things. So now we've got a very interesting map. I don't think I've ever had a Wolf Quest map look like this. Please don't scratch right now, Sinbad. It's especially not one as big as Hellroaring. So I want to say that took me the better parts of an hour. Maybe more to do that, in all honesty. It actually probably was more just to do that. But now we are truly at war with Geo Creek for the biggest territory. I didn't bother too much with some of these border hexes because I don't really gain anything by having them marked, so to speak. Like any of these other hexes, I can go in, I can hunt, I can make full use of that territory. I maintained these just so no one would kind of come up and around us and like attack us from other sides. At this juncture, I don't care to prioritize that. There's probably going to be another map or pack that tries to move on to the map. They might come up here. They might go into Geo. They might try and take some of this. But Wolf Quest likes there to be 3 packs at least on the map. So we'll see what actually ends up happening with that. I have seen people claim all of Hellroaring before. I don't know if I'm going to be able to manage that. I'm going to try. I really am. But if nothing else, we do need to bring Geo Creek down a few notches too, just so that we can make sure we're able to properly claim that we are in fact the pack with the most territory on this map. But I definitely do need to sleep, and the pack is probably going to suffer a little bit for it, but I also kind of blame the subordinates for not coming out with me. And I think I will leave this off here. Again, that took me a very long time, and there's probably not going to be much to show you guys because it was a lot of run, pee, howl, mark, howl again, run. So, yeah, nothing terribly exciting. But we are in a very interesting position now, and we're definitely going to need to go get some food. So, I will see you all next time. Until then, though, stay safe, stay happy. I'm logging off. And bye. Oh, and of course we get a coyote attack. There they go. All right. That could have been worse.